Hi YouTube, welcome to Shimmer Girl Talks. Today's topic is going to be about Black women and protection. And some of you may be familiar with what Malcolm X said back in the 1960s, something about Black women are the least protected women in America or something like that. And so you're looking at, he said that maybe in 64 or something. So you're looking at almost 60 years ago. And and it's true even of today. And I think that there is this isn't the word I want to use, but this drive to just instill in Black women that we are better off alone without male protection. And we take it and we run with it and we just regurgitate it online because I see it all the time. Anytime like a marriage thread comes up on Facebook or wherever, it's always the same women running in there talking about I'm not pressed to be married and marriage, a man does not define me and stuff like that. And in my opinion, a lot of those women are not really thinking the long term. Um, when you think about it, a husband is protection and a provider and moral support and backbone. I can't speak for any other woman, but I need my husband. I want my husband. And, he's been an asset and a protector and a provider for me. And that doesn't mean I can't provide for myself. I was providing for myself long before I knew him. So I think, you know, there is this, I see so many articles geared to us as women. And I can't remember the article, but I wanted to address it, some time ago. But there was this article a few years back suggesting that Black women just create this community of just Black women and their children. And complete and utter lunacy to me. Where are the men? You got the children, so obviously there were some men around somewhere, you know, but it's like when there was this one forum that I used to frequent years ago, and that those women were so anti-wife, anti-marriage, and like I said, a lot of those types of women were not thinking of what having a good man, a good husband in your life actually brings. It's like one of the things that I saw was if you were a wife or wanted to be a wife, then you were weak. You're not strong like other women because you need a man to help you out. But those same women would talk about how, yeah, girl, he blew my back out and this, that, and the other. Or they would be complaining about their baby daddy and stuff like that. But somehow something, when it came to like traditional, wife, then children, be a wife, then children, that was bad. But four kids by three different men, oh girl, you strong, and yeah, girl, you got it all together and everything. It's like we would glorify the negative and downplay the positive. I used to go back and forth with those women. But I'm gonna take y'all back to good times. Good times. I'm not a singer, but I can't stand that show now. But I used to love it. Back when it was in syndication or whatever. But I don't know if any of you remember when Walona, there was this businessman who wanted to marry her, take her out of the projects, give her a life of luxury. All she had to do was just be a stay-at-home wife. And she was like, ah. And I think that's where a lot of, there was a study years ago, I can't find it now, that said that Black, people that watch the TV or whatever, we are heavily influenced by trends of what we see on TV. And I'm going to go back to one of my previous videos when I was talking about subliminal messages. A lot of what we see on TV are subliminal messages. It's like they want us alone And we took that ball and started running with it. And, like that's the greatest thing. Like, you know what? So and so on TV said that I'm all right because I'm single and independent and I'm getting the bag and I'm this and I'm that, you know. But then the long haul of it is, as you age, you get older and everything, you're going to want to settle in, into like a meaningful relationship or marriage. And, but I'm going off on a tangent. I'm talking about Black women and protection. I don't think we realize when we're pushing away the ideal of marriage, pushing away the ideal of a husband, you know, you are leaving yourself vulnerable to the world, around you. I'm sure, as a Black woman, if you've ever been out, by yourself walking down the street or whatever, and if you got like a group of people of a different race walking towards you, I don't know if I'm going to be able to explain it, but sometimes it's like a little microaggression, because it's like, oh, it's a Black woman by herself, so I could do whatever I want because who's going to come to her rescue? That's the danger of, playing that, thinking that you can do it all by yourself, because we can't and we aren't. I don't care what people are telling us, we're not doing, everything so great by ourselves, because look at our communities. You know, you have a lot of, communities where young Black males are dying every single day. Excuse me. And you have a repeat cycle of more children coming into this world without the benefit of a loving father in their lives. There is a umbrella of protection that we need, but we're fighting against it, if that makes sense. Black women are literally fighting against protection. On one hand, we want to be these strong Amazonian type of women, but then on the other hand, when ish hit the fan, now we need that man or whatever. And something else I would like to bring up, and I might be going off on a tangent again. Okay, you have a husband. You're typically are going to get most of what you need from that one husband. But you have women out here, and I work with them, and I've known some that have a different man for different needs. Like she might have a man that gets her hair and nails done and her eyelashes. She's got a man that pays some bills. And then she's got another man that tends to her plumbing. And this is the norm for a lot of women in our communities. And a lot of times you're not really getting protection, not real protection, from those type of men. They see you as either hit it or quit it, or but some women glorifying that. Literally glorifying that. That's what they want to be. And my message isn't for everybody. Some people might take exception to what I'm saying, but I've been on this earth a very long time, and I know women who lived a certain way, who got to a certain age, and now they want to settle down with a husband, and they're finding it hard to get a husband because of, like maybe emotional baggage, mental baggage, all of those body counts and stuff. They start piling up and adding up, but that's another topic. So back to protection, and I brought this up in another previous video. And I was talking about Lieutenant Uhura from Star Trek, where every single time they needed a woman to be literally slapped in the face by a man, they always used her. Those white women weren't being slapped, and I bet you if they were, they would have got protected. And you definitely would have never saw a Black man slapping a white woman. Not back then. You might see it every blue moon now, and you rarely see it now. But I have watched movies where I have seen a full-grown man punch a black woman in her face, not slap, not shove, but punch. And I know some people are like, that's just TVs, just the movies, but that has some real serious consequences because some people, little pea brains, are too small to decipher between reality and fiction. You know, there are literally some people that watch, that's their only gateway to black people is through what they see on the media. So you literally have people that think that we as black women have the strength of a man, our men, want to be men. And yes, there might be a lot of women who emulate that, but that's not all of us. And I do realize that a lot of black women take on the persona because they have been hurt and it's a defense mechanism. I get it, you know, but not all of us adhere to that train of thought. I don't, you know. I'd like to think that I'm feminine and that I'm in need of protection just like any other woman, you know. But that's my video. That is my video for today. Please subscribe. Check out my other videos though. And let me know what you think in the comments. And I will talk to you later. Bye.